Good morning, friends and family, YouTube worldwide. Hope you're all doing well this fantastic morning. First and foremost, I would like to give thanks to the Most High for allowing everything possible, for allowing me to get to work safely. Yesterday was kind of crazy for me. Yesterday was a crazy day. I couldn't make it to work because I ride a motorcycle, and on my way to work, it started to pour. So I decided to pull over under the overpath, chill there for the rain to die down, but it didn't. So I had to call out sick, because of the weather. But today was a good day, no rain. I'm here, thank God, thanks to the Most High. Today is Friday. Today is payday. Today is the best day of the work week. Today is week 37 of the $1.52 week challenge. Sinking fund, cash stuffing, coin dropping, right? So today I want to express to you why having multiple streams of income is very, very important. Right now we are living in dire time. Right now times is rough, and living just through one income is, it's possible, it's doable if you're very, very strict with your budget. So usually, okay, this is the $25 for the recoup fund, and then this is the $25 for the vacation fund. So we're gonna put this to the side right here, so I could give you a quick overview of, if you stick to a strict budget, you will be able to survive, what we're going through now. I mean, what we're going through now, if you prepared yourself before, you will be all right. And if you follow these budgets, this is a budget that I follow. I've done this video, I'm gonna say a couple of months ago. I'm not really sure if you go back to my videos, but this here, let's say for instance with me, this is what works for me. And another thing, disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just showing you what works for me. Okay, so on my personal, I follow the 50-30-20 budget rule. And the 50-30-20 budget rule is 50% fixed expenses, which is rent, mortgage, utilities, car payments, groceries. So usually that's 50% of my income. So 50% of 1,000, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is typically a weekly paycheck, all right? This is usually a weekly paycheck. So $500 is gonna go to rent, mortgage, utilities, car payments, groceries. For me, it's mortgage, utilities, and my motorcycle. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's $500 that goes towards my fixed expenses, right? And then we got I like to keep my money face this way. Okay, so we have $500 here, right? And then my 30% goes to my flexible spending, which is, dining out, clothes, entertainment, and travel. That's 30% of 1,000. So that's 1, 2, 3. And then this $200 goes towards savings and debt payment. So I don't have that. So this $200 on a weekly basis, we are talking about emergency fund. I don't have no student loans. I don't have no credit card debt. Retirement comes out of my paycheck automatically. So that's automatic. So this is what's left for me, right? So this is the rule that I usually follow on a weekly basis, which allows me to save at least $200 every week. 200 times 4 is $800 a week, a month. Okay, so this is a strict budget that I follow, and this is what works for me. Okay, so we put that to the side. And now, business account. You know, you have your YouTube channel. My channel is not monetized, so I don't get paid for this, right? But I do have a side business and a side hustle. But my legitimate business is my tax service business, which is from January till April. But sometimes I have late clients that come in. But this is usually how I go through my budget. This is usually how my business account, this is how I run it. Whenever you get paid through your business, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For example, $1,000. On my personal, I do the 50, 30, 20. On my business, I do the 40, 30, 20, no, the 40, 20, 20. Right? 40% is just gonna go automatically to my business checking account. And another thing, personal and business is separate. You never, this is the reason why I have a business personal checking and savings. This $200 go automatically to my savings every week. That's the first thing I'll do. That goes to my savings automatically. Okay, and then this stays in my checking, right? Now, business account, everything stays in the business. Anything that you make through your business stays in the business. Okay, you never want to commingle your funds with your business and your personal. That's a no-no. That's a big no-no. That's a recipe for disaster. Okay, so we keep the business separate from the personal. So this is business. So we're talking about 40, 20, 20, 40, 20, 20, 20. Okay, that's 60, 20, 20, 20. So 20 goes to my business checking account automatically. Everything goes to the 1,000 goes here, and then I make then I separate them. Okay, so I got my business checking account, and what goes here is my operating account, everything that comes in and everything that comes out. And at the same time, I keep my tax money in that checking account. Marketing and innovation stays in my checking account. So 40%, 1, 2, 3, 4, stays in my business checking account, and that's for operating account, tax account. No, that's for the operating. Because when you have a business, you gotta take taxes out. So taxes, no. I am so sorry. For my business checking account, my operating account, my tax account, marketing, innovation, they all stay in that account. If you want to do a separate one, you could do that too. But you got to remember that there's a minimum payment when you have a checking account. And the minimum payment on a checking account is $2,000, the bank that I deal with, which is Chase. Okay, so what I do, out of this $1,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's $600 that stays in my operating account, my checking account. 1, 2, 20%. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's $400 out of the 1,000. That stays in my checking account for operating expenses, right? And then 1, 2, that's 200. This 1, 2. All right. I am so sorry. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. $800 stays in my checking. And that's the 40, 20, 20. That's all in here in the $800. Okay. So that's for operating account. That's what comes in, comes out, expenses, tax account, marketing, and innovation. That goes there. That's $800. And then $200 stays with me. This is what I pay myself. But I keep this in my savings. Because you always want to have reserves. In your saving, you want to keep the reserves. And that money you don't touch. You want to let it grow. As time goes by, it grows. Now, what I pay myself, I keep it here. Because I don't use it. Because my personal is what I spend. My business is what I save. This is what I save on the 20%, the $200, what I save every month. and this is the $200 that I save for my business. Okay, so basically I really don't pay myself really, because I keep it in this account. Now sometimes I keep a ledger anyway. I keep a ledger of how much I gotta pay myself. I keep it here, and if I wanna pay myself, I'll transfer it into my savings account. That's money that you're paying yourself. You have to pay yourself, okay? But you always want to keep this separate. You don't want, this is the reason why I have it like this, is because it's separate, okay? So I just wanted to put that out there. You know, that's why it's very, very important to have multiple streams of income, so that way you could protect yourself, you know, when it comes to inflation and things like that. All right, so let's fill in our vacation fund and our recoup fund. Okay, so we are in week 37. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna fill this out real quick. We are going to put $37 in coins in here. We are going to put $25 for our recoup and $25 for our vacation fund. Okay, so let's fund this up. We want to make sure that our sinking fund is fully funded. Okay, September, $100 in twos is here, and then we have 20, 40, 50, 20, 40, 60, 75. And we got 20, 40, 50, 20, 40, 60, 75. Okay. Vacation and recoup. So we are in the third week. We are in the third. No. We're in the third week, because we have 5 weeks. September. We have 5 weeks this month. All right. So we are in our third week, $75. Next week is going to be the fourth week, which is $100, and then the week after that will be the fifth week, $125. That's the reason why I love the 5 week month. You know, we get that extra pay. Okay, so we don't need this because we are fully funded in our vacation and recoup fund. So now we are going to turn this on. We have $666. So when we put the $37, we are going to have $703. Okay. So as always, we are going to count how much we have here. It's supposed to be 25. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And then I have $12 here, which is going to make it 37. And we are going to have $703 in here once I'm done. So today's story is going to be multiple streams of income. You know, my son is 20 years old, and before he was born, I had just got out of college. And when I got out of college, I came home with debt. I came home with credit card debt, and I came home with student loan debt. You know, which is crazy because I have this thing here, and that's what I used to pay: credit card debt and student loan debt. But what worked for me was that I was still living with my parents. So when I came home, you know, my parents knew my situation, so they told me, you know, that I could stay with them and, you know, get myself ready, get myself, you know, situated, you know, with paying down my credit cards and paying down my student loan. And even though the student loan was a monthly payment, you know, the credit cards was a monthly payment, me being the way I am, you know, the student loan, I didn't have to, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like, I had like a 10-year grace period or 6 years. So it was like $108 every month. So what I did, I was working as a messenger. Actually, I had 3 jobs. Two of them was part-time and one of them was full-time. So the one that was full-time, I used to be a messenger. And I used to be a security guard also. And yeah, those were my first 2 jobs. I had 2 jobs actually. And then after my messenger job, I was like, you know what? I can't be a messenger. That cannot be my occupation. So what I ended up setting a goal for myself, I said, you know what? I like working outside, and I like to, you know, the delivery service business. So I said, you know what? What's the best delivery service after Messenger? I ended up working for this company called Airborne Express, and then they ended up merging with DHL. So I used to work with DHL for a year. And at that time, you know, they was paying a little more than minimum wage. I think I was getting paid like $8 an hour. And then the opportunity came for me to come work for FedEx. So I started working for FedEx. But when I was working for FedEx, actually I was working 3 jobs, like I said. When I started working for FedEx, at that time, FedEx was part-time. So I was doing FedEx part-time. And then after FedEx, I was doing FedEx part-time, messenger part-time, security guard. Remember, I didn't have no kids, I didn't have no children, I didn't have my son, so I was able to do that. So basically I was working 7 days a week, you know, till finally FedEx had the full-time position. I became full-time with FedEx. But what I'm trying to say is, what I used to do, I used to work for FedEx. That used to pay my bills, and then the security job and the other messenger job was money to pay other bills and money for me. So that's how I was able to, you know, generate enough money to pay down the loan and pay back my credit cards. And then after that, it's been a savings journey for me. You know, so this is the reason why, you know, I'll do all of this, you know, is to help people that if you are in a situation where you have a lot of debt, credit card debt, you could get yourself out of that. You know, I was in that situation before, 22, 23 years ago. And my journey, I tried to help people out that's where I was 23 years ago. You know, that's the reason why I do this savings challenge, you know, sinking fund, you know, motivate, help, you know, other people. So, yeah, that's my story. But you don't have to struggle all your life. If there's a way, there's a way in, there's a way out. You know, I've been through it, and I'm just trying to help people get out of it. Okay, so we should have $703. It says $704.25. I don't know why it's acting up again. It acted this week and it acted up last week. But anyways, this is the conclusion of week 37 of the $1.52 week challenge. Friends and family, have a blessed weekend. And God willing, I'll come back with some more content next week. Okay? Peace. and love.